Guys, it's that time again. 2022. It's the year is starting, and that means we are getting leak after leak after leak. As Max said, it has been a very, very leaky week. Leak of the week here. We have some leaks from markomaro, who was essentially able to predict Metroid Dread. Last February, he responded to a comment essentially saying Metroid Dread. He literally called Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread happened. He clearly has insider information, like he's been calling stuff for a while, and he went on a rampage on December 18th, and luckily, PJ has screenshotted all of those leaks. So PJ, do you want to read off that first tweet for us?
For sure. markomaro has told us that the initial plans for 2022 include Pokemon Legends Arceus, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Advance Wars remakes, casual IP, which just is not named at the moment, Splatoon 3, Fire Emblem Echoes, if anyone cares about that, I doubt it, Zelda Wind Waker / Twilight Princess ports to the Switch, which will be really cool, Metroid Prime, a new 2D DK, the Pokemon Let's Go sequels, hopefully that's fake, the Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, and a unnamed project from Monolith. So what do you guys think of this?
I've got a question. If Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are both on the Switch, does that mean every 3D Zelda game will be on the Switch?
Are Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask both on N64 Online yet?
Well, Majora's Mask is coming soon.
So yeah, if that happens,
yes, it would be true.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah,
that's pretty neat. All right, so without diving into each of these games specifically, as I'm sure we will do that soon, give me a number rating for this year. If this all comes true, how would this year stack up in your eyes? Like out of 10?
I'd say like an 8.5.
I was gonna say 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up there. One thing for me, I would like a little bit more Mario. Mario plus Rabbids is not my favorite thing, and that's the only Mario representation we have. We get Mario Party DLC. We get any sort of Mario spin-off. We get any 2D or 3D Mario. This goes up to a 9, maybe even a 10. I mean, we got that new 2D DK, but it's not really the same.
I just hope that Pokemon Let's Go is fake, because I just can't be having
PJ hates Let's Go.
He says that 2022 will be the last strong year for the Nintendo Switch, since 2023 will be the start of a new generation for Nintendo with a new console, very similar to the actual Switch, but a little more powerful than the PS4 with 4K, new functions, and it's also compatible with old Switch games. He also notes that it's unclear when they're planning to release it. It should be during the holidays in 2023, but they have some games in the pipeline to make it a strong debut. So, Switch Pro, is it happening? What's the move?
I don't even get Switch Pro vibes from this. I get Switch 2 vibes from this. The interesting thing is, if it is backwards compatible, do they keep the naming convention? Because as we all know, with the channel called Switched Up, they changed the name. We're a little screwed.
We're scared. Yeah. We're scared.
I think if it's backwards compatible, it's gotta be a Switch. Right?
I mean, they've done Wii and GameCube like before, where obviously Wii isn't called GameCube 2, but to be fair, the Wii, the main point of the Wii during marketing initially was obviously the motion controls, but for actual gamers, it was the virtual console and the fact that the Wii could play any Nintendo game in the past. So I think that's why they did that. And the Switch has such a strong brand. I'm interested, man. I think this could be really cool, and it lines up timeline-wise. Like, if they're really not doing like a Switch 1.5 and they're really just jumping to Switch 2, it lines up with the holiday 2023.
I think this is possible. I'm more leaning toward it not being true, but I don't know. I'm just not getting the vibe that 2023 is the year for the Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, Mac, but when you actually look at the history of the Switch console releases, a console release like every other year. You have the Switch, the original Switch in 2017, the Switch Lite 2019, and in 2021 we got the Switch OLED. So, obviously, if you just kind of go with that same kind of flow, we get a new console in 2023. So, I don't know. All right, so next up here, we are apparently getting a new Mario Kart and a new 3D Mario, a complete edition of Smash Ultimate, which I assume would include, obviously, all the DLC, improved versions for Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel and Metroid Prime 4. And he also notes that he thinks at this point it's going to be the Breath of the Wild of the new console with a dual release. So assuming we get that Switch 2, it would release on both. And lastly, he notes here the actual Switch should be around it until at least 2024 with some compatible games for both systems. And then after that, they will focus on the new console. So thoughts?
There's a fair amount to break down here. I would say this is like, if the new Switch launches with a Mario Kart, a new 3D Mario, a complete edition of Smash Ultimate, which kind of slides into that like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, not necessarily new, but still a huge title. like maybe Breath of the Wild 2 Definitive Edition, because it says improved versions, and Metroid Prime 4, there has never been, not just Nintendo console, there's never been a console launching with that great of
That
a
would be
new catalog.
Yeah, that would be the strongest release of all time for any game console. Like, that would be crazy.
There's nothing to say, like, there's not even anything we could remotely compare it to. I mean, the Switch had a phenomenal launch, and it had the original Breath of the Wild, which was, crosses off, I guess, the Breath of the Wild sequel. You could say it had a Mario Kart, because 8 Deluxe launched, like, 2 months after. Despite being a port, it still kind of counts, so we'll say it crossed off Mario. That's it. We didn't get a new 3D Mario till the end of the year. We didn't get Smash till 2 years. We obviously never got Metroid Prime on the Switch. Like, plus some casual games, this would cover every single group of gamers and would be absolutely huge.
So he also says, and to finish, I've been talking about a new racing game by Nintendo since 2 to 3 years ago. The project started as a racing game to be around Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as an alternative, but not as a Mario Kart. Apparently, things have changed a little bit since the last time I've heard about it. The main idea and the best way to describe it is like a Mario Kart X Smash Bros. With a big focus in the online community, with lots of weekly stuff to do and new ways to race, not just karts and bikes, and new ways to take down other racers. So that kind of Nintendo Kart idea, I suppose. So what do you guys think?
This does kind of coincide with another leak we were going to talk about in a bit, but I guess you could kind of just jump to it now, PJ, and we could talk about them both. Do we have the Mario Crossroads leak? Perfect. So yeah, Leaky Pandy also says Mario Kart 10 / Crossroads. The name is being used internally, features multiple IPs. So these two coincide. I guess markomaro is originally saying is that Mario Kart 10, what will end up being Mario Kart 10, was originally developed to go alongside Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so it wasn't a Mario Kart game. But since 8 Deluxe just kept selling so well, they kept pushing this game back, and eventually it just kind of became a Mario Kart game during development, which is a little bit concerning, because if they're making a game and it's not supposed to be Mario Kart, but then they end up changing it to Mario Kart halfway through, how true to Mario Kart will it really be?
Yeah,
but at the same time,
yep.
The fact that it's really making a change in the series is awesome, because we've been playing Mario Kart 8 since 2013, 2014, whenever that game came out. So, and honestly, Mario Kart 8 is not really that different from Mario Kart 7. Those two games are pretty much the exact same. It's just different tracks. So the fact that we would get a whole new take on Mario Kart, I'm pretty excited for it. Like brand new courses, brand new items, all that is cool, but new mechanics is the real important thing we want here. And it sounds like we're getting that, man.
100%. I would love to see a new improvement or soft reboot of the Mario Kart franchise. Like, I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but like something different would be huge.
Next up here is the Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel is coming to the end of the development cycle very soon, so they should release the game next year with no delays, even if that means a December 2022 release.
Yep.
And lastly on this tweet, it will be the main event for the next E3. The Oracle remakes are 2023 plus. I think those were Game Boy Color games, the Oracle games, I believe so.
Yeah, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, I believe.
And Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD should be released before the end of the summer next year, or at least one of them, since I don't know if they're planning to release both as a single pack. Well, I hope they don't release it as a single pack, because if you're paying, like, so for example, games here in Canada are $79.99. I'm sorry, I'm not paying like, $160+ for like ports. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not even ports, they're ports of remakes. I mean, Wind Waker HD came out in 2012. Twilight Princess HD came out in 2016. Nintendo, if you don't put these two together in a pack, and you want to buy, let's say you wanted to buy 2002's The Wind Waker. Let's say you wanted to buy 2006's Twilight Princess. Let's say you wanted to buy 2011's Skyward Sword. There is no way to go back and buy those older games directly from Nintendo. You have to buy the remakes, because Nintendo doesn't have a good virtual console system. They just don't. So if you want to buy those games from literally up like 2 decades ago in Wind Waker's case, it would cost you in America's currency $180 plus tax. For you it would probably be $200 if you want to buy all three.
Yeah.
So
yeah, plus tax. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
That is absurd, Nintendo. If you don't make this a double pack, what are you doing?
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you?
There's a lot of leaks. Obviously, not all these will be true, and even if some of them are true, development delays because of COVID might push them a little back, but that's a lot of stuff to be excited for, man. Even if you don't believe in it, it's fun to just talk about.
With all that stuff that we talked about, What do you guys think is kind of your most anticipated possible announcement out of all that?
Oh, Mario Kart, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I would choose something else for the content, just say something else, but Mario, it's
Mario
not even
Kart.
close.
It's Mario Kart.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.